You guys, we are continuing the Terminator franchise review requested by Parker Smykle, and now I am at the movie that everyone just hate, some people like, and a movie that some people say is completely unnecessary, and it was the 12 year, because this movie came out in 2003, 12-year awaited long sequel to Terminator 2. Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. This is directed by Mostow and stars Arnold Schwarzenegger as the title character, and this is distributed by Warner Brothers Pictures in the United States with Intermedia Films and also C2 Pictures, and also distributed by Columbia Pictures and Internationale. Now, before I get into the review, I should probably mention that when I first saw this movie a few times, I hated this film. I thought it was stupid, it was retarded, it was terrible. But as I watched it even more a few times, I loved it, started to love this movie even more, and it's grown upon me. And so yes, this, along with The Legend of Hercules and Terminator Salvation, will be a part of my guilty pleasure movie of the week. And later on, I'm gonna be doing a few of the top 10 lists I was talking about in my channel update yesterday. So let's get into the plot. The plot is, now 25 years old, John Connor lives with no record of his existence. No way he can be traced by Skynet. Out of the shadows of the future steps the TX, Skynet's most sophisticated cyborg killing machine yet. Now Connor's only hope for survival is the Terminator, his mysterious former assassin, and together they must triumph over the technology's superior TX and forestall the looming threat of Judgment Day. So what I think of Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines is, like I said, I like this movie. This is probably my third favorite in the series, my second or third favorite in the franchise, and for good reason. This is a movie from 2003 that, when it came out, it got a pretty good score on Rotten Tomatoes, but some critics and fans just did not like this movie at all. I can see why, but at the same time I don't. First, let's talk about the things I like. I love how the movie starts off with John Connor riding his motorcycle, and then we see the Terminators fighting Skynet, shooting in his dreams. And I like the musical score by Marco Beltrami. The Terminator 3 theme, once again, is redone for this film. And I love Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator. He's always good, and this would be his last movie he would be in, as he would be the governor of California after this. Also, I also love Nick Stahl and Claire Danes as John Connor and Kate Brewster. They're pretty good for what they're given. I like Kristanna Loken as the TX. She is pretty hot. Not bad for a woman version Terminator villain. And also, I do love the action sequences. The action sequences are very well shot. The action sequences are very well done. The fight scenes, the special effects are pretty decent for 2003. Some of it looks good, especially on the Terminator robots. The animatronics by Stan Winston and the mix of visual effects by Industrial Light Magic and other special effects companies. I love the Cinematography was really nice. That was cool. The set design was also pretty cool, and that was the production design is really cool. I also, one thing I really do love about this movie is I like the plot. I like the story. I think the character development it could have been improved on a little bit. The story could have been improved on a little bit more, but I'm not gonna bash this movie, rant and rave on this film, because I know a lot of people is giving this movie crap, and there are a few people who like it. But yeah, now for my negatives. And boy, do I have some negatives for this film. One negative I really don't like about this film is this movie feels like a retread of Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Just with a female Terminator killer. But it also feels out of place, and considering the fact that James Cameron did not return to write or direct this film. He did produce the film with... No, he didn't produce. Another thing I really hate is this movie does get a little slow in between the first 20 to 40 minutes. So, yeah. That's another big negative. The chemistry of Claire Danes and Nick Stahl's characters is lacking a lot. Oh, and it definitely leaves a lot to be desired. But my biggest concern against this movie is the ending of this film. At the end of this movie, we all know if you've seen the movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger's character, he dies while sacrificing his life to save the two main characters, good guys. Also, another thing there's this one last thing I hate about this movie, and that is sadly the most of the CGI, most of the animatronics are not all that well handled. And Stan Winston, he was working on another movie called Wrong Turn. But overall, Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines is a pretty solid entry in the Terminator franchise. Do I think it deserves the hatred it gets? No. At least this movie made its money back. But this movie could have been a lot more better if you got James Cameron to write and direct, and he probably didn't want to do it. He was working on other stuff. But yeah, Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines, not terrible. Not terrible at all. And I'm gonna give Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines a highly recommended. So let me know in the comments below what you think of Terminator 3. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? And I'll see you guys for Salvation. Bye.